Thousands of years ago, before Europe had borders, before nations had names, a city was born that would shape the world. Rome. Not born from wealth, not born from peace, but born from legend, fear, and blood. According to the ancient tale, twin brothers, Romulus and Remus, were condemned to die before they could even speak. Thrown into the waters of the Tiber River, they should have vanished into history. But fate had other plans. The river carried them to safety. A she-wolf found them, protected them, raised them. As the brothers grew, so did their ambition. And when the time came to build a city, the dream was too small for two. Romulus killed Remus. And in 753 BCE, Rome was founded. From its very first breath, Rome was a city shaped by conflict. At the beginning, Rome was weak, just a cluster of huts on a few hills, surrounded by enemies stronger, richer, and more established. But Rome had one advantage. It learned. 7 kings ruled the city. Some built walls, some created laws, some brought order, until one ruler crossed the line, Tarquin the Proud, a king who ruled through fear, violence, and humiliation. And in 509 BCE, the people had enough. The monarchy was overthrown, and something radical was born. The Roman Republic. No kings, no crowns. Power was divided between consuls, the Senate, and the law. Rome was not a democracy as we know it today, but for its time it was revolutionary. Citizens were not just subjects, they were soldiers, lawmakers, defenders of the state. Slowly, Rome expanded, not only by conquering enemies, but by absorbing them. Defeated peoples were offered citizenship, former rivals became Romans, and Rome grew stronger with every war, until it faced its greatest enemy, Carthage, and its greatest general, Hannibal. Hannibal knew that meeting Rome head-on was impossible, so he did the unthinkable. He marched an army across the Alps, through snow, through cliffs, with war elephants. Rome was shocked. Legions were destroyed. Defeats followed one after another. Panic spread through the city. Many believed Rome was finished. But Rome did not collapse. It adapted. It endured. It waited. And when the time came, Rome struck back. Carthage was defeated, then destroyed, wiped from the map. Rome had won. But victory came at a price. As Rome expanded, wealth flooded in. The rich grew richer. The poor grew poorer. Power concentrated in the hands of ambitious men, and the balance of the republic began to crack. From this chaos rose a name that would echo through history. Julius Caesar, a brilliant general, a master politician, loved by the people, feared by the Senate. When Caesar crossed the Rubicon River, he knew exactly what it meant. There was no turning back. The die is cast. Civil war followed, and Caesar emerged victorious. Rome now had a ruler in all but name, and the Republic could not accept that. In 44 BCE, inside the Senate itself, Caesar was surrounded, stabbed, again and again, by men he trusted. The conspirators believed they had saved the Republic. Instead, they killed it. Rome descended into chaos. Civil wars tore the state apart, until one man remained, Octavian, young, patient, relentless. He defeated his rivals not with force alone, but with strategy. Without declaring himself king, without destroying old institutions outright, he ended the Republic. Octavian became Augustus, the first emperor of Rome. Under Augustus, Rome entered its golden age. Peace spread across vast lands. Roads connected continents. Cities flourished, from Britain to Egypt to the Middle East. The world became Roman. Law, architecture, engineering, culture. Rome stood at the center of everything, but no empire lasts forever. Over time, the cracks returned. Weak emperors, corruption, economic collapse, pressure from barbarian invasions, and a new force began to rise. Christianity, a faith that challenged Roman traditions and transformed the empire from within. Eventually, Rome split in two, East and West. The Eastern Empire survived. The Western Empire weakened, and in the year 476 CE, the last emperor of the West was removed. Rome fell, or so it seemed, because Rome was never just a city, never just an empire. It was an idea of law, of order, of the state. Its language lives on. Its laws are still studied. Its influence still shapes the modern world. Rome fell in stone and power, but Rome lives on in history forever.